No, obviously a really cool event. I mean, fun to do for the community. So many good things. You know that new kid Gronkstone. You know, Rocky's got great energy. Yeah, we got to work on his temper a little bit. But he's got a great personality and a lot of potential. I'll tell you what, that guy will try to sell anything. I mean, he'll do advertisements for anything. Like he's gonna crush it in NIL. So a fun event and great to have him a part of it. All right, a couple questions. Then I got to go to do my night job.
What did you think of the scrimmage?
You know, I thought it was good. You know, it was good to get up and down the floor a little bit, see the ball go in the basket. You know, see who's comfortable under the lights. You know, I thought we were a little bit tired, and you know that probably, you know, I think we practiced really hard Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. You know, so like, you know, this is kind of 4 days in a row, which maybe it's a little bit early to put that much tax on the body, but you know, you got to be built for it. These guys are good athletes, and we have a great training staff, great strength and conditioning. So, you know, we'll bounce back. We're gonna.
As good as advertised from the.
Well, I mean, you know, all these guys are. They're all really good players, and you know, I mean, an inter squad scrimmage, you know, it's you know, definitely, you know, not going to be the end of the story. And I've been comfortable with these guys all along. And these guys they're winners. They're built for it. They're fearless. They're physically ready. You know, they got to get a little bit more experience, but I think we got a good mix of guys. You know, and when you're a coach, these inter squad scrimmage can sometimes be misleading because eventually you're going to play 5 guys at a time. You're not going to be playing, you know, you're not splitting your team in half. So I think once we get the deal, when we're putting 5 guys on the court at a time, I think we got a lot of options.
And just his mobility out there for Simon being back.
Well, we call him Mo, and that's short for mobile, not Motius. So you know, he has good mobility. He always has, and you know, last year, you know, it wasn't a great showing for him, but physically he probably wasn't, you know, obviously wasn't where we had hoped he would be, and then, you know, and then he obviously had the season-ending injury. So he's really done a good job bouncing back from that. You know, again, our training staff and our strength and conditioning staff have done a great job with him, getting him ready. Our staff has done a great job, you know, just kind of helping him with, you know, some of his basketball specifics, and there's still room to grow there. So, you know, it's encouraging. It's a first step, and you know, we got to make a lot of progress because I want him to be a dominant player.
One more question. Well, any early thoughts on how him and Tobey, now that you do have to go with just 5 guys, how do him and Tobey work together? Or
I mean, I think they work great together. I mean, you know, like I said, I think we have a lot of lineup versatility. You know, we can go with different looks, but you know, obviously, I'm not afraid to go out there and play some big boy basketball, and we have 2 guys that I think will be great together, and you know, they're experienced in the system, and that's the main thing. They know how to move within the offense. They know how to move within the defense. So. You know, that's something that I hope we're able to take advantage of. All right, see you guys in a little bit.
quick as well, but fire away with questions for the guys.
Braden, for your first time being able to play in McKale, I know it doesn't count, but just what was the feeling like of being under the lights?
I think it felt like pretty good, finally be able to play in front of the fans. I never played in front of that many people before, and they just gave me the energy that I needed. My teammates had my back, and the coaches drew up plays for us to be successful, and it was just fun out there, honestly, competing.
Did it take you a little while to kind of get going?
Yeah, I would say so, but I was more so getting everybody involved, so everybody can have fun, because it was just a great team win.
Same for you, Dwayne. I mean, first opportunity getting to play in front of this crowd. What was it like?
First few minutes I was kind of nervous, I'm not going to lie, but as the game went on, got into shape, got a little sweat out of me, so, nerves went out. So, but yeah, it was a great opportunity for us to play in front of these great group of fans and the crowd, my brothers over here. So, yeah, the nerves went out after 2 minutes, I would say.
Speaking of getting going, how did it feel to get that 3 off with Gronk closing out on you?
I thought it was pretty funny.
Did you realize it was him?
But honestly, but at the time we was down 10 points, so I just wanted us to win. So I didn't really notice it was him at the time, but looking back on it, I thought it was pretty funny seeing him with his hair and stuff.
Jelly, what was your first impressions of being in this kind of environment with all these new players? How do you think they fit in?
Yeah, it was great. I mean, it's obviously a learning curve of everything. Get used to, like you said, the lights, the crowd. Having that first time in McKale, you always got to get your feet under you. But I mean, they did great. Everyone did great. It's a good way to kind of burn off those first nervous kind of butterflies. So we'll build from here, and we'll go back and take some film, and we'll get better and get ready for our real games.
Obviously, it's a scrimmage, but just how much more comfortable do you feel in the system in year 2 coming back to Tucson?
Yeah, I feel great. Obviously, the body and this off-season I've had, I feel, both confident, both, adequate and all that kind of stuff, comfortable in the system, all that. So I feel great. I mean, I can't wait for the season to come and show kind of what I was, expected to do in this second season.
You're going to stay?
It might have to. I don't know.
Good.
Unless I wake up with some, crazy dream or something to get rid of it, but it might stay.
Your thoughts on the coming exhibition game against St. Mary's? I don't know if we're going to get to talk to you guys, but playing that high-level opponent for an exhibition game.
Yeah, I mean, great team. Obviously, always kind of had that great resume. So it's, what better team to have to come in here and get us, prepped for our first game of the year against Florida. You can't back away from the spotlight. You can't duck the smoke. So, we got to prepare for them and respect them just like we would anyone else. It's a big game, and we got to protect our home floor. So, I'm excited for them. See what they got and see how we match up against them.
What is your guys' relationship like with Tommy Lloyd, and are you guys going to be watching tonight?
You talking about this after party?
Yeah.
Most deaf.
We'll have to see. He's put in the big words about his, practice on the DJ, but I'm still a little skeptical.
Got to see results.
What did you think? Have you ever come across Michaela Purdue before, since she's been here, and what did you think about competing with her?
Who, sorry?
Michaela in that
In the three-point.
Oh, 3-point contest? Nah. It was fun. I mean, it was different. Yeah, it was a different experience. It was fun. I didn't honestly really know who I was going against, so you can't really see out there. It's kind of confusing. But no, she did great. She almost beat me, but almost. So I still got the crown.
Dwayne, what was your thoughts on the dunk contest and what Addison did, what Gronk did, et cetera?
I think they set it up very well. It was a great show. They really took their time to set everything up. The judges did their part. Addison, me, Bill, and Cole. They did some impressive dunks. It was just something to do for the fans. So, I liked it. It was very electric. So, yeah, I enjoyed it.
Did you guys know Addison would do what he did?
Hell nah. That was out of the blue.
What did you think? Yeah.
It was impressive. He almost got the free throw line dunk. He's very athletic, but that's Addison for you.
Braden, there were times in the second half where it kind of looked like from the outside, like a takeover type thing. Is that something that you feel that you're capable of doing if needed to just kind of go on a personal run?
I just feel just the coaches drawing up great plays for me and the team. My teammates just giving me all the confidence, telling me to keep going. And even during the play, Dwayne talking to me, telling us to just keep going. And, I feel like that just like helps me get going.
When JB got called for the foul on your three, did he say anything to you? Like,
Not yeah, he just asked me if it was a foul. I thought it was. He didn't think it was, and yeah.
One more question.
Piggybacking off of just your ability to kind of take over the game, and had the game-sealing steal on the other end. We talk so much about your offense, but just what can Arizona fans expect from you on the defensive end of the floor this year?
They can expect me to just like be able to hold my man, be in the right spots, have my teammates' backs, and be able to rebound and run the floor. But also, actually, he got the steal. Dwayne got the steal.
What you
Dwayne,
talking about?
at the end of the game, when we switched and then you stopped.
yeah.
Yeah. So.
Dele, I was just curious about we were talking about Mo earlier and how he played tonight. It seems like he's all back, as you guys have been saying. Now, how do you anticipate with him and Tobe how you can work out? Because the work, now that you've got basically two guys that can really operate there.
I think it's great because you got two guys that are different. You got Tobe's super athletic and obviously most taller, but Tobe's physical. They kind of bring their own game at the 5 spot. Obviously, Tobe's a bit more versatile, can kind of stretch to the 4 and whatnot. But they both bring a touch of poise, that experience and that understanding of the offense and defense and kind of their role in being a leader and talking. They both do a great job with that. So I don't see a critique on, oh, this guy's going to be better or this guy's going to be worse. I think if we can use those guys together in great ways, it'll actually help our team a lot, having that depth on the bench.
Thank you, guys.
Appreciate y'all.